Hi, Arthur Thomas Ware here again with another talking head video on a long retirement. A long and happy, prosperous and successful retirement, I hope, for you. As I've said in earlier videos, I've been retired now for 28 years. Took voluntary redundancy at 59 and this month I turn 87. What I'd like to talk about in this video is something which is inevitable to all of us. We are getting older. And as we get older, certain things happen to our bodies. We're no longer vigorous, full of energy that we might have had at 20 or 30 or even 40. We've got to accept this. However, if we live well, and I'll talk about that a little bit later, then instead of getting sick at around 55, 60, and then suffering for a while and then dying, hopefully we'll be able to stave off those aches and pains and terrible things that happen to old people. Save ourselves having to use a walker or even a walking stick. I don't use either, and neither will you if you run your life correctly. What do I mean correctly? Not in a moral sense. You can still have fun. You can still have your glass of red and your bottle of beer. And you can still sit back and enjoy a hearty meal. All of those things that make life pleasurable. You can do all those things, providing that your health is reasonably good. So how do we keep our health reasonably good all of those years? Obviously, the earlier we start, the better. Now, I'm no exemplar of how it should be done, because in my earlier years, I smoked, drank to excess, and didn't give much thought for the future. But that all changed around about my mid-40s. I gave up smoking, started doing yoga stretches, started thinking about one day I'll be retired, although that seemed a long, long way off. Like many, I started in my era, I started work day after my 15th birthday, expected to work for 50 years and retire at 65. As it is, I retired early, voluntary redundancy, which I took with great enthusiasm, simply because I despised the job I was in and I knew it was ruining my health. So what are these things that you can do to keep fit? You don't have to be an athlete, but remember, your body, your physical body, is your instrument of experience in this world. It provides you with the sensations. It provides you with the feelings. And feelings, let's face it, is what we live for. Whether you believe it or not, it is. How we feel about ourselves, how we feel about the world, how we feel about everything. And the feelings, of course, come through our body. Even when we're watching television and enjoying a movie, we're experiencing the feelings aroused in the story. So look after your body. How to look after it? As I've said earlier, I go to the gym a couple of times a week. I do yoga stretches, maybe just about 15 minutes or so, 2 or 3 times a week. And if I've gone more than a couple of days without a walk, I'll go on a 20-minute or half-hour walk. Somewhere pleasant. not along busy highways, but on the quiet streets, across the parks, etc. You can do that. It's not arduous. Your physicality is very important, because if you're suffering physically, you'll start to suffer mentally. You start to suffer mentally, you'll say, I want to escape from this. That's what will be feeding to your subconscious mind, and what will happen? You might cark it early. You might drop off the peg. You might die. And of course, you don't want to do that. You want to maintain a healthy lifestyle, a happy lifestyle, a prosperous lifestyle, a meaningful lifestyle, right up until the end. So what I'm emphasizing in this video, as a retiree or an impending retiree, look after your health. Look after your body, and it will look after your mind, and it will look after your well-being overall. I hope you got something out of this video on how to live a happy, long, retired life.